Hey, welcome to Damned If You Do, Damned If You Don't, where we will be addressing all of the issues of our day-to-day lives, life on life terms, whims, and moments of I don't know what the fuck I just did. But anyway, I'd like to open up with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim because I would like to give praise and thanks to God for giving me the faculties to be able to relate this to you guys, and at the same time, be able to keep me from making mistakes from my tongue and feebleness of my age, as you may see all the great big. But today I would like to, on a serious note, really address the importances of our children. They are suffering. And I must say it's at our own hands because we don't care enough about them. And we claim we love our children. We'll die for our children. But we killing them on a daily basis in ways that we do not fathom. For one, I've said since I was a young man raising my children, which was at 14, 15 years of age, when a child comes to a point in their life that they recognize right from wrong, is a time then that you, the parent, should no longer enable them in life by protecting them, as we say, protect, but give them knowledge and understanding of everything that is conducive to their lives from that point on. Because they are computers. Our minds are a computer. Our experiences are like sponges. So when you tell a child, don't do something, by all means explain to him why he shouldn't do it. So that when he comes across these instances, he or she knows not to do it and why not to do it. See, because we already know from our mistakes as growing up, being told, do as I said, not as I do. We're going to do it anyway. But that was only because we was curious to know why. So why would you want to put your children through the same thing you was put through? Granted, life will have it. Those mistakes are indeed our mistakes. Because our children wound up on street corners, selling drugs, manipulating girls, getting them pregnant, not fathering the child, and so forth and so on. Girls are being believed to think that this is a sexual revolution because of the mother's activities or the father's activities in some cases, wherewith the child begins to act in the same preference of yourself. Having this man and that man, or this woman and that woman. See, we run through life guiding our children, but not teaching our children. We don't recognize the importances of their lives and then give them the importances that will lead them to be able to make better decisions. So people like me don't have to go on the street corners and talk to them. Give them with understanding so that they can make better decisions. Sometimes it's far too long gone. They'll be lost. Our children are suffering, y'all. Our children are psychologically impaired, morally impaired. Come on, y'all got to understand where I'm coming from. Because this is the thing, right? When we don't lead our children to better decision making, by giving them the faculties of things that are necessary for them to know and understand in their life as is. So at 2 years old, maybe even 1 sometimes, a child recognizes right from wrong. When you're about to beat them, they know, I didn't mean to do it. Because they know that they did something wrong. So they understand right from wrong at that point. And when you recognize that they understand right from wrong at that point, begin to teach them everything that is conducive to their lives from that point on. Don't hide nothing from them. Don't so-called protect them from something. Give them what is necessary for them to be able to maintain and act on it. Our children are suffering because they have no faculties. They have no morals. They have no principles. They have no respect. You know, when we grew up, we was taught when the elderly walks before you, you say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. If you're cursing or you're being outright and loud, be quiet and allow them to pass by. Today, you walk out in these streets and these kids don't care if you with your grandkids. They're going to curse like bandits. Curse and even probably even touch you. Ladies, I mean, come on now. Guys, listen, men. You have to fight for your right to be your child's life. You have to fight for your right to be in your child's life. Even though the laws are on their side, still, when you step up, the laws are favorable to you. I know for a fact. I'm a man of 7 children, 10 grandkids, and 1 great-grandkid that I'm very proud of saying. But my children, and this is the reason why I think that I'm sort of an authority on this matter, because I have 40 years of raising children. My children are strong and debonair, but they are wives nevertheless, because I have 5 girls. They are very, very in tune with their man. They married young. And they are pleased with their man. Well, sometimes, of course, as everybody, we have issues. But they raise their children like they're supposed to. And I'm proud to say that. Their children are growing to be successful like them. Why? Because they teach them everything that they know. And what they don't know, they leave it for grandpa to do. Or grandma. But that's what the family is supposed to do. See, it was a time before, even now, before our lives is in this country, being so-called Americans. When a child was born, for the first year or two, the mother was the suckling, the greatest part of the parenthood, but the father was there just to show the child that, yes, there's a man here. But when the child hit 3, the child started being able to recognize certain things, so the father would now begin to start teaching it how to speak properly, how to be mindful of the things that he do. Watch me, see, look. So that the child can grow up understanding what to do, what not to do, how to do, and how not to do something. So at a certain point, like 6, 7, the father took over. He would teach the child how to hunt, how to recognize certain foods and things of that sort, roots and whatever the case may be. So survival was in that child's understanding. And then around 11, 12, the grandparents would have hands-on, teaching them the stories and faculties of things that are prevalent in our lives and the lives of our grandfathers and great-grandfathers and great-grandfathers and great-great-great-grandfathers and mothers. See, this history is important because we need to understand who we are, where we came from. There was one very important factor that led me growing up, where I heard Cicely Tyson and Maulana Karenga, Ishaka Musa Barashingo, and a couple of others. They said, you will truly never know where you're going in your future, or how are you going to get to your future until you understand where you came from of your past. So I encourage us all the time to try and seek understanding of our past so that we know who we are. Listen, it's crazy, but this is a fact. God is forcing us to recognize who we are. Yeah, I'm going to repeat that. God, right now, through archaeological finds, is forcing us to wake up and know who we are. And more importantly, who God is. Because many of us have been lost by the sauce of these devil-minded individuals who enslaved us at one time or another. Yes, Christianity was made up. Amistad and Roots proves and shows that we were Muslim, not Christians, not Jews, Muslim, when we were enslaved. There's many aspects in these movies that shows and proves that we were Muslim, not Christians. Christianity wasn't even spoken from the tongue of Jesus, let alone anybody else at that time. No one spoke of Christianity. It was labeled as a faith, not even a faith, as a belief, because it isn't a faith. But I'm not going to continue with that. But I just wanted to delve into some of the things that we've been hindered with that keeps us from understanding the importances of our lives and who we are. So again, with our children, man, look. So at 16, the father would then take them from the grandparents and take them out and go hunting so that they can learn how to fend for themselves and their families. Do any one of you do any of these things? Are you teaching them how to stay in a job? Learn from the job. Take note from the job and begin to build businesses on their own after learning something. See, we go to school. We go to school and we encourage ourselves to follow through with the debts of $150 to $180 to $210,000 for schooling that we could teach ourselves, because we are originally smart people. We can teach ourselves. We don't need them to teach us nothing, because they really don't teach us anything except for biased information that is against our way of life. Everything is to be a part of their matrix. I mean, there are people that they are coming forward and telling us daily that we are not, that we are not to be in this state. They are telling us how great we are, how much they envy us. I mean, for example, look at everything about our way, our culture, our creed. Look at everything that we've put in forth since we've been seen by the rest of mankind. All over the world, our culture is grasped hold to. All over the world, our culture is grasped hold to and is embedded into their children's lives. You are a great people. Know who you are, so your children can be great. They are our future. Literally, they are our future. Now, if you think about that statement in itself, look at the state of our children. Granted, some of them make it, but the large majority are stuck because we don't teach them. We guide them to do stupid things. We guide them to think foolish ideals. We guide them to think opposite of what we want them to do. And how ridiculous is that? There's no way in the world our children are supposed to be stuck in corners trying to fend for themselves. 16, 17, 18 years old. When half of us are on welfare. It's crazy. I saw this skit. I don't even know if it was real, if it was just something made up. Where this young lady forbade her son, 16-year-old son, from getting a job because she was in fear that the state would see him getting a job and then begin to take her benefits away. Oh, wow, man. I saw it. Literally, I saw that when I was coming up. One of my friend's mother told him the exact same thing. And not in so many words, but yeah, basically she said, you can't get a job. Not right now. And then she tried to say, you're too young. He was like, but all my friends have jobs. Why can't I get a job? And it just went on. I laughed. I laughed and left. I think from that day forward, the mother just knew I was the one that kept him from believing in what she was saying, because I left with laughter. But I was 15 years old then. It's crazy. I'm 57 now, and I heard that from somebody else 40 years later. It's crazy. We really, really have to wake up. We really, really have work to do. Listen, if we don't get it together now, we have approximately 8 years. Maybe less. Because what Trump is doing is definitely going to lead us to a point where we're going to have to rely on one another. So it's better to come together now and build our legacies now. Listen, our children are suffering psychological warfare. And if you don't understand what that is, please look it up. I don't have the time to really sit here right now and discuss that. I try to keep these short and sweet. And I get a little long-winded. I go a little off topic at times, but at the same time, it's one thing that will lead to another, and this is just how that is. But our children are our future. And if we don't get hold of them in the nation that is coming after them, it's going to be back in enslavement. Listen, they're trying to do everything possible to cause in us a greater downfall than ever before. If they take away our history and knowledge and understanding of ourselves. Because God, like I said, God is forcing us to wake up. He's forcing us to acknowledge these things of ourselves. And we still refuse. And that's what I talk to some of my Christian brothers and sisters, and I can't get it. Why, when something comes before you that is of truth, you refuse to accept it because what you've been taught to accept by our people who can't stand you. Don't even see you as a human being. In their law books, dear, you are seen as 3.5% human. Yeah. Yeah. 3.5% human. You're not seen as human to them. Why? When you are the father of them. You were the one who the angels used to create or procreate them. For the statement, let us create man in our image, was the angels saying that. They created, or should I say procreated, from the original man, the rest of them. This is the reason why you have different colors. Yeah, granted, yes, colors. I'm a part of that spectrum now too, because they tainted our blood. They tainted my blood. They tainted my blood. They tainted my blood. But my soul still speaks from our ancestors. But let me say this, and I'm going to end it with this. If we don't get a hold of our children for the future, there will be no future of us. Simply put. If we don't get control of our children for our future, there will be no future for us. There will be no more existence of us in this world. They have created these AIs. And this is the devil's way of coming into existence. See, you keep sleeping on things. Y'all gotta wake up. And we dumb as a brick. I'm dead serious, because we don't believe in anything except for what they put before us. You gotta open your mind. God said, I created you with intellect so that you know. So know that your children are subject to be destroyed before they even have a chance to grow. Everything in this existence that we live in here is designed to destroy you from the birth of you, starting with your footprint, handprints. Why do they need that? Why is that important? It's not. It's a way that they keep you enslaved to your state, because you still very much are a slave as long as you're using the term black, African American. There's no such thing of neither one of them. In the color spectrum, we are human. There's neither black nor white in that. And I'm going to keep saying this over and over again until it's embedded into your understanding, because it's simple for us to just be thinking so wickedly without having knowledge of things. I say too often, read a book from page to page. Don't skim through. That's included your Bibles. I was Christian for 16 years. Every single year I read that book, it revealed something new to me. And it would give me understanding of things that was false. Clearly in it, Jesus said that he's the Son of Man 3 times. In it also he said that he is a man of his own accord. So he has not died for near one of our sins. Not one. For every man, he also said this, every man will bear the burden of himself. So for surely he didn't die for no one's sins. He's spinning in the grave right now, hoping that y'all will turn around and listen to your Lord, the God, the creator of all that exists, and stop listening to these slave masters who duped you, hoodwinked you into believing this mad foolishness. Jesus walked the earth like you. He had to eat like you. He had to drink like you. He had to sleep like you. He had to submit to his own self because it was created by the Creator. And it submits to God's will. Everything that we are able to do is a submission to God's will in our creation. How can you not see it? Do you ever fathom it? I mean, do you ever just contemplate on life itself? Why are we here? What is the purpose for us? What are we to do? Do you ever think of these things? Do you ever question these things? Well, with that, I'm going to end it here. I hope that what I've said did not harm or cause any dismay with anyone. I pray that all that I said will guide you to want to seek the truth of what is. Because reality bites, it really do. But it is fulfilling. I bear witness to that. You must seek the truth. You must learn. A very prevalent statement that was said in one of our greatest songs. You must learn. You were created with intellect so that you know. Learn to know all there is. Don't turn away from any knowledge just because you haven't heard it before. That's the reason why you should. You're created with intellect so that you know. Be ever mindful, my brothers and sisters. Life is about to get really hectic. And if we don't band together, pool our money together, build banks, start our own markets, start our own groceries, and start agriculture in our own houses, our own yards, and things of that sort, we are doomed. Do you hear me? We are doomed. Please take this to heart. Until next time, Modat is out. One love.